This is a review of the Guitarlift classical guitar support, which I have attached here. And in particular, I'm looking at the newer One for All model, but I'll also be giving a little update on my medium professional line, which I've owned for many years as well. So what I'm going to do in this review is I'll give you a little close-up of both supports just so you can see it up close and so you know what they're all about. But then I'm just going to discuss the Guitarlift itself and what I think about it, and a little bit of its what it's done to the guitar support industry. And then I'll talk about the usability of the support, what I like about it, and any concerns or comparisons to other supports. Here's an up close of the Guitarlift, One for All. This is the side that faces you when you're playing. The attachment to the suction cups and the adjustable holes. That foam rubber material there is really non-slip, so it keeps it right where you want on your leg. Here's the other side. Here's the new console that attaches to the side of the guitar. Bottom side of the guitar. Here it is attached to my instrument. I had very little trouble finding a good position. I pretty much slapped it on and it was correct right off the bat. I've used the professional line before, so that's probably why. All very clean workmanship. You can see there the gap between the guitar support and the guitar, so that it's not pressing against the back of the guitar and muting the sound in any way. There it is. Here's the professional line. This is an older model from a few years back, but I still use it and gotten great use out of it. The Guitarlift really revolutionized guitar supports. Never have I seen so many pros and players and students adopt a guitar support and love it so much and so quickly. And there's lots of reasons for that. Although people had some concerns about the size of the support, that discussion is long over, because as soon as people tried it, they realized that it feels super stable, like the guitar just feels super secure and in place. And also it just fits such a wide variety of instruments and people, and the vast variety of guitar positions that people like to use with classical guitar. So all those things came together to make it just super popular. Also, the aspect of the back mounting brought suction cups back into the game, because I used an ergo-play guitar support for years and years, but I stopped using it in performance because those suction cups just would always come off. But with these back-mounted supports, they just don't seem to do that. As long as you keep the suction cups clean and like clean them, once a month or every 2 months, they seem to stay on. Even on my French polish, like they just stay on really, really well. So it brought suction cups back into the picture for all those people who got frustrated with them with like the ergo play. The Guitarlift is actually my #1 recommended guitar support for most people. However, I do have lots of recommendations and things to say on that, and I'll talk about that later at the end of the video. But the thing about the Guitarlift is that it's a professional level support that just works on such a wide variety of instruments and people, along with their unique positions. So compared, some guitar supports I really love, but I can't always recommend them because they might not work for everyone, especially if I'm recommending them like online. If I'm recommending them online, like I won't know if it's going to suit someone, a certain guitar support. But with the Guitarlift, I'm almost usually 100% certain that yes, it will work for them and it'll be a good support for them. But like I said, I'll talk about that more later. it's a super stable guitar support that fits a lot of people, but the company itself is also constantly making improvements and new design choices, offering a wide variety of models. You can go to their website and just check out the vast number of models that you can buy at different sizes for different types of guitar playing, of youth models. Like there's just, it's quite endless, and they're just always improving it. And the One for All model even has this new console that goes on to the side of the guitar there, which we'll talk about. So how easy is it to put on the Guitarlift? Once you get used to the angle, it's pretty straightforward. You just put your guitar on your lap, you place the guitar on there in the position that you think you need, and you just press down. I know kind of where it goes, so I can just pop it on. I don't need any markers. And then with this model, you just loosen this bottom console part and suction cup it on, tighten it, and you're done. So just a few seconds to place it on your guitar if you're not talking to a camera and fidgeting about. At first, you will have to experiment quite a bit, and kind of learn the angle that it has to be on your instrument. But once you use it for like a week, you'll know exactly where to put it and you'll get it right every time. So really great usability. You just pop it on super quick. So let's talk about the One for All model that I have attached here. So this model is made from a 6mm thick transparent perspex, which they describe as a modern and extremely durable tempered acrylic glass, which is even more stable than the 4mm plexiglass of the professional line models. And I will admit, like with this one, I can bend this, and with the new one, I cannot do that. It's extremely rigid and torsion resistant. So very, very stable. Of course, it also has like this anti-reflective matte gloss on it, which I think is really great. It just puts all the attention on your instrument. There's not even like a logo down here, so it's just like your instruments on display, and the back of the instrument, you can see it. But nevertheless, it just really kind of places the guitar in the forefront, and I quite like that matte black finish coating on there. On the back, we have the 3 suction cups, and I actually didn't have to adjust them. I just pulled it out of the box and slapped it on my guitar, and then I'm just adjusted this here by you just slide it into place, suction it, tighten it, and you're done. There we go. And I think that this helps quite a bit. It helps with like the flex of the support, because previously you'd get a little bit of flex, but not from the support itself, but from the suction cups. The suction cups flex a little bit because they're just like, a rubbery material. So even though there's 4 of them on the professional line, it stabilizes it a lot. But I would say that this really helps with any kind of like flex to the guitar. Like when I try to flex the guitar outward, it just doesn't happen anymore because of that extra cup there. It was not an extra cup, it's just the different position for it. So like I'm really putting a lot, I don't want to put any more pressure on my Doug Scott guitar here, but there's no flex. It's just it's incredibly rigid. It just feels like it's part of the instrument. So I would call this a huge improvement. It was already super stable and more stable than any, most other guitar supports that I've tried. But now this is like really, really stable. It's really impressive. So, because you're just not getting as much flex from the actual suction cups themselves. So I think it's a huge improvement. Also compared to the Guitarlift from years and years ago, because like my professional line is like way early on in their production. I really like the leg angle now. That was something that bothered me before with the Guitarlift, is that I felt it was like too tight on my leg. I tried different versions. I tried the large as well. But this angle feels much better. It's a little bit more gentle. It gives me more leeway to like put the guitar just like a few centimeters this way or a few centimeters that way. And it's not digging into like my leg or anything like that. So it feels really good. And also I can really get the guitar over this way quite a bit so that the first fret of my instrument is close to my shoulder. So I don't have to hold my arm out. So that feels really great as well. And I also think that putting the suction cup underneath here with this console here is a great idea too, because it also, like, if in some weird situation, maybe you forgot to clean your suction cups after a few months, that the back mounted suction cups came off, this would probably save you. You know, the gravity and the weight of the guitar pushing down on that suction cup would keep it contained. And I think that with all the different angles that we have suctioned on here, I think it's really secure. And as someone, you know, who performs on stage, you're going to really want something that is as secure as possible. So yeah, that's the One for All model. And, you know, now I'll do just like a little talk about the professional line as well, but this is really my new favorite Guitarlift and one of my favorite guitar supports, and definitely will be highly recommending it. So now I have the professional line model on. This is the medium. This is quite a few years old, so you can see there's scuff marks and scratches on it from my years of use, because I have used it quite a bit, and which is a great sign. I just keep coming back to it. So compared to the One for All model, I can definitely notice more flex in this one, for sure. It also extends quite a bit more, making it, you know, more susceptible to that. But yeah, the One for All definitely has a little bit less flex to it. This is a really old version of the guitar support, so the leg angle is pretty intense, and they've really fixed that now, so it's much more comfortable on the leg. So I'm happy to see that. I like the traditional model, the professional line model. They have a ton of different models that you can choose from. I often recommend this one. It's a little bit more affordable, and it works on such a variety of instruments. And but that's what's so great about it. It's just really adjustable, and you learn to just put it on in the right spot. That happens really quickly. Now let's talk about some concerns or comparisons to other guitar supports. I have almost no concerns about the Guitarlift anymore. The size is no longer a discussion. Once you start using it, you realize it's just so stable and adjustable that it doesn't matter anymore. Also, when you look at the size of like some other guitar supports like Le Support, it's like, this is massive. So it doesn't even seem very large anymore. In terms of concerns, some people will have concerns about suction cups. As long as you keep them clean, they generally work really well. If they get filthy, they're going to come off. But every 2 months, I just wash them with some warm water and dish soap, and then they stick wonderfully. I've never had a problem. I trust it in performance. And compared to other suction cup supports like the ErgoPlay, I don't trust the ErgoPlay at all. So I really trust this, and I think the One for All version is even better here with this extra suction cup down here, just keeping everything really secure and in place. So I really trust it in that regard. One small thing is that the Guitarlift keeps the guitar very stable feeling in terms of flex this way, and in terms of gravity this way. Like when I'm doing a bar or something like that, it just feels super secure. So where the guitar contacts the right leg, there is a little bit of slippage, and some people might actually kind of like that. If they move around a lot, and stuff like that, they might like that because the guitar still feels very securely in place. It's not going to slip away from you or something, because this rubbery foam material here keeps it very stable on your left leg. When I play with the Guitarlift, I do like to put some like rubbery foam shelving cloth on my right leg to just stop any type of slippage. That's just who I am. I want it super secure and in place. So that really takes care of that for me. I don't need to use it. I could easily play without it, but I just like that little bit extra. Some guitar supports now, though, such as Le Support, has contact on both legs. So this contacts the left leg, this contacts the right leg, which is a real anti-slip kind of situation. So I do like that. However, like I said before, the Guitarlift is the most adjustable, and I tend to recommend it the most. Le Support, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been playing Le Support quite a bit. But what I'll say is that the support doesn't fit perfectly on my guitar. I have a small scale guitar. I'm rather short, so I almost have to compromise a little bit with that support. Even though I like it so much, it just doesn't. It doesn't work for me like 100%. Even though, like I said, I do like it. Whereas the Guitarlift, I can get it into the exact position I want. And so when I'm recommending things online, I often recommend the Guitarlift because I'm very confident that it's going to fit the person's guitar and their body size, and it'll get them into the position they want. So I just have so much confidence in the Guitarlift to be adjustable in that way and to work for everyone. Compared to other models of guitar supports, I just trust the Guitarlift more than most. Like, I like my ergo play, and I used to play it a lot, but I just don't trust it in performance. The suction cups just don't stay on, and they just come off, and I just don't trust it. I don't use it in performance. And so, when you have like a checklist of things you like that you need from a guitar support, so there's like usability, will it stay on in performance? Does it feel stable? Guitarlift checks each of those items really, really well. So it's just getting full marks on all the different parts of it. Maybe not on size, but on everything else that's important, it gets a check mark. Just making it such a reliable and highly recommended support. Whereas like the ergo play, it feels pretty good. It's not that stable, and the suction cups come off. So I like it, and it's a great first guitar support, but and I do use it sometimes, but it's just not as stable. It doesn't get all those check marks. So that is my updated review of the Guitarlift classical guitar support and of the newer model, the One for All line, which I really like and really support. As I said throughout the video, a fantastic support. Congratulations to them. They kind of revolutionized the guitar support industry, and they continue to make improvements, as with this one, and I think the improvement is amazing. So really fantastic design work and updates to the Guitarlift. I highly recommend it. Go to their website, check it out. There's a link for that in the description. They have a ton of different models that you can take a look at, but you can be almost absolutely sure that it will work on your guitar with your body in your position, and it'll feel stable. And I find that the suction cups stay on really well, especially with this new model. So that's the Guitarlift, and I hope you check it out.